You were the Texas Democratic Party chairman for several years. With the partisanship that divides us in Texas and the U.S., and with Republicans in the majority of Texas elected offices, and with the Texas governor's office defined as a weak governor system, how do you expect to get things done and lead us forward?
Tony and I served on a city council that had almost 15,000 votes. I counted, I watched for a long time. I watched whether I'd lose any, and by the end I think it was 7 or 8. The last one, most of them were procedural. The most substantive was when there were a couple of council members that was in our last budget when me and another council member tried to cut spending, and most people didn't want to. We didn't have any votes that broke down by party lines. We didn't have them. We had some that, you know, broke down a little bit, but not everybody on one party, everybody on the other party. Most of us just want a better future. Most of us don't want to waste a taxpayer dollar. You can go back in the Chronicle archives when I became Democratic Party chairman in Texas. And there were some reporters saying, well, how do you think you'll do as party chairman? I said, hey, I'm not a strident partisan by nature. And then talked about some of the ideals that motivated me during the civil rights movement, where I saw, you know, some voices in the party fighting for opportunity. My dear friend, Louis Wells, when I talked about this, said, hey, I was one of those Republicans that was fighting for opportunity too, and I got beat as a result of that. In America, we are individual thinkers. It's a credit to our system that if anybody feels they have to toe a party line, then you're either weak-minded or you ought to think that you're not required to toe any party's line. Within both political parties, you'll have a diversity of views, and that's the genius of America. And this is what leadership is. Leadership is finding common ground and moving forward, and that's what I'm good at. Now, Elena's telling her, Perry may have declined to appear before you, but then where there were people that were more well-heeled, he agreed to appear before their forum, but only if I did not appear at the same time. So now I'm going to have, because he doesn't want to be held accountable, so now I'm going to have to drive about 20 miles to get to the forum where people have been waiting since Rick Perry finished speaking about 20 minutes ago. They've been waiting for me to. If it's okay, I'd like to excuse myself.
Thanks for coming, Bill.
And I want to thank you all for being here today. Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you all. And thanks for what you all do. And a final set of things. This is not a revival, but you began in prayer. In Scripture, we are taught, and this is not to exclude people from other traditions. I'm going to next function is people who are not of the same faith. But we are taught about searching for the lost coin, and we are taught to go retrieve that lost sheep. Everybody involved in giving people a second chance to be productive citizens are living their faith and are contributing to this community. And I want to thank you for being a business that set an example of that for all to follow. Thank you.